You want to make it easy as possible to work as hard as you can. And so everything that is not that input-output equation is interference. And so like relationships, like, I mean, I said this before, but everything that you are not willing to sacrifice to be the best, the person who's best in the world is willing to and already has sacrificed. And so I'm not saying good or bad, do whatever you want. But if you want to be number one, and a lot of people say, I want to be the best. It's like, no, you don't. You want to be better, and you can be really good. You can be really good and not sacrifice plenty of things. But if you want to be the best, then you just have to assume that the best person in the world has the genetic predisposition, has all the environmental cues aligned with their ultimate goal, and is willing to give up everything that is not achieving that goal. And if you're not in that boat, then you're not going to be the best. People just like saying because it makes it feel good, but it's false. And so in terms of aligning the environment, if you know what the input-output equation, so for me, it's writing right now is the season that I'm in, because writing kind of is the pillar of everything else we do, content-wise, internal communications, the books, everything comes from me taking time to write, because I organize my thoughts better that way, not because I've become skilled at writing. So it's the best way, it's the most succinct way that I can communicate. And so, there's a reason that the first 6 hours of my day, when I'm freshest, most well rested, I have no meetings, and I have only one thing that I do, which is write. There's nothing else. And so if you know what the input-output equation is, find the time, the 4 to 6 hours a day, every day, that you can do that, and then allow nothing to interfere with it. And that's it. Like, nothing interferes with it. And if you do that for 5 years, you'll be really fucking good. And you'll be useful, and you'll feel good about it. Because the thing is, at a certain point, the work itself becomes reinforcing. Like when editors edit, and then they make a change, and then the story goes, or the video goes the way they want it to, it's like, boom, that was reinforcing. And if I like work really hard on a paragraph, and I could just shrink it to one sentence, I'm like, fuck yeah. And that literally might take 2 hours to just keep beating it down until I get it to like the one most succinct thing. But that's satisfying. And so at the beginning you suck, and you do the reps so that you can learn the skills, so that eventually you do the work itself, because the work itself is rewarding. But that takes time to get to.
In a study conducted by psychologist Anders Ericsson, expertise was found to be primarily the result of deliberate practice, intense, focused effort over extended periods. Ericsson's research highlights that the key differentiator between the best and the rest isn't talent, but how much time someone dedicates to mastering their craft. This resonates deeply with Alex Hormozi's point about relentless focus and the sacrifices required to become the best. From a Stoic philosophy perspective, Hormozi's message aligns with the idea of discipline and control. The Stoics believe that true happiness comes from focusing on what is within your control and letting go of external distractions or desires. Hormozi's emphasis on removing interference to focus on work echoes the Stoic principle of directing energy toward actions that serve your goals, rather than being derailed by things outside of your power, like relationships or societal expectations. The Stoic practice of deliberate effort and mastery of the self mirrors Hormozi's push for optimizing one's environment and habits to succeed. Hormozi's insight is brutally honest and underscores the reality that greatness demands a level of sacrifice that most people are unwilling to make. His perspective cuts through the feel-good narrative of balance, showing that those at the top are not just talented, they are ruthless in optimizing their environment and time. While some might see his stance as extreme, it's an unfiltered reflection of what it truly takes to reach the pinnacle of success. Yet the value in his message lies in the distinction he makes. It's okay not to be the best. You can still achieve extraordinary success without giving up everything. But if you want to be the best, prepare to sacrifice at a level that few can stomach. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, and share with a friend. Drop a comment on what resonated most with you. I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you next time.